Yo, there's somebody over here too. Dude, sounds like they're cutting my tent.
You see it?
I see that too, bro.
You see it?
What the freak is that?
Where?
See, it's not even the point, dude. They don't even want to rob us.
Whoa! Whoa!
In this spooky footage, Jody Dean from Hunting the Dead goes camping with his friend Mask in a famously haunted forest in the US, known for its paranormal activity and rumored skinwalker sightings. It's September 22nd, 2024. They arrive after dark, set up camp, and light a cozy fire, ready for a night under the stars. But what begins as a calm evening soon turns terrifying.
Somebody has a flashlight.
You seen somebody with a flashlight?
Yeah.
Dude, I hope not. We're just getting started here. I hope not.
As they go further into the woods, Mask spots faint flashlights flickering in the distance, and a creepy feeling starts to settle in. The sense of being watched keeps growing, but they keep moving forward. With every step, the tension rises, until their worst fears come true.
Dude, I heard something creepy up there, bro. I don't know what the hell that was. I know there's gonna be things out here though, guys. Like, that's the thing. Like, look, there's gonna be wild stuff out here.
As they make their way back to the tent, footsteps echo just outside. Unsure of what's out there, they switch off their lights and stay tense, then muster the courage to try communicating with whatever is lurking in the darkness.
Hello? Yo, there's somebody over here too. Hey, you... Hey, you better stop. We're not putting up with your crap tonight, okay? Dude, how many are there? It sounds like there's 3. Dude, it sounds like they're cutting my tent. Stop! Hey, I just seen the shadow. There's 3 people here. There's 3 people out there, bro. There's something standing right there. Hey, there's ones behind me. There must be more. Whoa.
They hear several footsteps, but their calls get no response. Fear sets in as they start to worry that whoever or whatever is out there might not be friendly.
Come on, where are you?
Gathering their courage, Jody and Mask try to confront whoever is out there, but the figures vanish back into the darkness. Shaken and confused, they're left with more questions than answers. After searching the pitch-black forest for any sign of the intruders, they head back to camp, only to come across something even creepier.
Bro, are you kidding me? Up, guys. Is my camera okay?
Yeah, still here.
See, it's not even the point, dude. They don't even want to rob us. They just want to with us. Hey, Mask.
They find signs that someone, or something, was inside their tent, but strangely, nothing is missing. The mystery only makes them feel more unsettled.
Get you in the...
They catch sight of a shadowy figure behind a tree. Jody and Mask chase it, but it disappears into the night. On edge and exhausted, they quickly pack up and leave the forest, haunted by unanswered questions. After the video went online, viewers debated whether it was real or staged. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This footage is from Paranormal Discovery, run by Lomar. He and his friend Angelo camp deep in a forest that locals usually talk about quietly. They plan to hike in at dusk, set up a basic shelter near an old cabin, and stay long enough to see if the rumors about strange creatures, voices, moving trees, or odd markings are just stories, or if something really responds when people linger.
Like it was cold. But now I'm like sweating, man. Had to take my sweater off, man.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I...
As the light faded, Lomar and Angelo kept hiking deeper into the forest. The air became thick and humid, and each step felt heavier as the trail twisted over the uneven hillside.
Okay. This is the infamous cabin in the woods. Legit.
The structure looks like an abandoned idea, a tilted wooden rectangle with a collapsed roof and a tree ripped out beside it, surrounded by fallen branches and debris that show years of weather and poor choices. They stick to the edge of the clearing, circling it respectfully before picking a flat spot nearby where the ground is firm and the branches leave enough space to set up.
Whoa! There's that woman voice again.
I didn't hear it that time. That's weird.
What the Bro, that came flying. I almost swear that was like... Whoa. Where did the dogs come from? Was that? Whoa! 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 Someone here was running with me.
First, he heard dogs, not coyotes, but real dogs, coming from deep in the trees where there were no trails, cabins, or people. Then, as he stood to leave, he heard footsteps keeping pace with him, something moving alongside him, just out of view. Even though the forest ahead and behind was empty, it was enough to shake him. Confused and unsettled, Lomar returned to camp.
This is really creepy. Could this be like the thing that... This is probably what Angelo is talking about. Whoa! What the...
Get out of there, it might be collapsing.
What the...
What was that?
What the... man? Whoa! Dude, what the hell, man? Whoa! Yeah, I almost thought that thing was like falling down on me.
They only realized later, when reviewing the footage, that something had been walking right next to their tent while they slept. Slow, steady steps moving around the camp in the dark. Perhaps it was better they hadn't noticed at the time. By morning, the forest seemed normal again, almost too normal. They packed up quietly, returned to the car, and left the woods behind, still unsure of what they had truly experienced. What do you think was moving around their tent that night? Share your thoughts in the comments. Jake and his friends went to check out an abandoned church deep in the woods. While they were trying to make contact with anything paranormal, something totally unexpected happened.
It's literally warning me of something, dude. It just said press stop. Do you want us to leave? Is something dangerous gonna happen? Dude, so I've been hearing like branches breaking, like walking down there, and I'm like, I saw lights like walking across, kind of down there-ish, and I kind of got paranoid to myself, and it said press stop. It said press stop, like we need to go. Which one? That hasn't gone on for like 3 minutes.
Literally going off.
Dude, that thing. Okay, make that go off if we should leave. Are you trying to warn us of something? Please make that go off if we need to leave.
Creepy sounds kept echoing all around them, and then they thought they saw flashlights flickering in the distance.
I actually thought I just saw something move past that doorway.
This one or the back one?
I don't know which one.
Hello?
No, come with us. What the?
What was that? We're just hearing we're getting surrounded.
All right, come over here now. Everyone stick together. Stay close. I'm being serious.
Even though they knew there were people in the distance, they convinced themselves that the nearby noises were supernatural. As they pushed further into the woods, they didn't realize they were walking right into trouble.
Did you not hear that?
No.
There's a massive... Something's moving. Something is moving. Something is moving in those bushes, dude. Right here, Clayton. It's right there. It's moving. No, get in here. It's a person. Come here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come here. You'll have a light. Just walk with us. We need the night vision just in case we need to go lights out. Just stay between us. Okay, guys. Wait.
This is it.
We just heard people in the woods. Okay, let's go. Come on. Say goodbye to the church, guys.
Goodbye.
They grabbed their gear and ran out of the woods, but their flashlight wasn't just lighting the way, it was also giving away where they were, and then they saw it.
Flashlight, right there.
That's across the other side.
Okay, stay down. I'll use my light. Come here.
I'm not talking about that.
Guys, something was behind us, dude.
I know. Look, we got all the evidence we need. We need to get out of here. We need to get back. We need to get the...
Did you hear that?
Yes. There's no, go. I'm not even joking, go. Come on.
Did you hear the screams and howling?
Yes.
Something was screaming and this way. Wait, up here. Up here. Here, let's walk now. Come on. Come this way, come on. What's the client in here? Client, come on. I don't get here. Get down. Get down.
Baltimore County 911 Center. This call will be answered by the next available call taker. The following tones are for the hearing impaired.
We were just filming a YouTube video out here on this trail, and then it started to happen on our way back to our car. No, get up here now. Behind me. Just listen to me.
Terrified, they bolted, desperately calling the police for help. After a tense 40-minute wait, the police finally showed up. Only then did they feel safe enough to leave, still unsure who or why someone had been after them. Chris runs the YouTube channel Unbodied, where he investigates places where local legends blend with the unexplained. In this episode, he heads out with a few friends to spend the night in the Sandia Hills in New Mexico, a rugged area known for its views, but also for its spooky reputation. Locals sometimes call it the Haunted Hills, a place linked to curses, mysterious deaths, and unexplainable encounters. Their goal is simple: to test the legends and see if something is really watching from the mountains.
Did I just go straight?
I don't know if you know.
You want to follow
Ivy. Yeah, let's go. Go straight ahead. Yeah, straight ahead, bro. Straight ahead. Not that far,
You
bro.
want me to scout first to make sure everything's good?
No, we're good. Dude, it's not that bad, bro.
Late at night, the team makes its way up the rocky hills. The air is thin, the wind howls across the microphones, and each step echoes loudly. Their gear starts acting strange almost immediately. Screens flicker, interference pops up, and half-formed words come through their devices. It could be signal issues, but the timing feels too precise, like the hills themselves know they're being questioned.
I just heard steps, dude.
Like someone walking.
I heard a thump.
That's what happened to us, dude.
Really?
Yeah, we heard, we got up to the top, dude, and it sounded like someone, bro. And then we were like,
Anybody there?
After a long climb, they reach a lookout where a small cave opening cuts into the hillside. Chris notices a flicker of yellow light near the entrance that fades in and out, bright enough to catch on camera, but only for a few seconds. The group goes quiet, searching for the source, but the cave stays dark. It's hard to tell if it's just a reflection or something inside the cave.
no.
Because I don't think someone just came and peed the whole forest. Hearing footsteps
Right behind you?
right behind me.
I heard that too, like shuffling, huh?
Yeah. Alright, let's keep going. You tired? What happened? I'm gonna the light.
Looks like something was just moving at the very top edge of the mountain on the very top.
You.
You see it?
I see that too, bro.
You see it?
What the freak is that? Where?
Dude, it's getting like bigger.
Yeah.
And then it's getting small.
I have never heard that. Oh, on the very top. Very top.
Like if
bro.
something's crouched
Oh,
over.
nah, bro. That thing is.
I don't see nothing, bro.
That thing's like
Right
looking
ahead,
at
up
us,
at the
bro.
top.
What is it?
Like if something's looking
It's a
right.
tree, bro. Nah, bro.
It looks like it's moving, dude.
That right there.
No, at the top.
Right there. What the? That thing was moving, bro. He slaps the.
I don't see nothing.
It's because don't look at it directly, bro. Look kind of up and you can't see it.
I'm trying, but I don't see nothing. I see a shadow. That's about it.
Go.
You mean that right there?
Dude, lights.
Right there, look. That right there.
No, up on the top, bro. The very top.
As they walk back down the trail, the air gets colder and the wind smells damp, like rain is coming. Then they hear slow, deliberate footsteps behind them, making the group freeze. Their lights sweep the area, but nothing moves, just their own breathing as they pick up the pace. Then something on the ridge catches their eye. At first, it looks like a tree, but it moves slightly, tall and still, as if watching them. For a moment, no one says anything. The wind picks up, carrying a deep, low sound that doesn't seem natural.
Oh no, bro.
Oh, yeah, you. Hey, dude.
I don't think
You see it?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if it's spiritual or an actual.
It's moving, bro. Turn your eyes' lights. No, bro, it's because we can't see. Nah, bro, I think we should go down back, bro.
You see, I see it right there.
No, bro, no, that thing's moving. Look.
Look.
What the?
Nah, bro, I think we should go back down, bro.
Dude, you see it right here in the camera. Look.
Yeah.
Look.
Nah, bro, I think we should go back down, bro. Dude, that thing got bigger, bro. Look. It's like waving.
The group hesitates, unsure whether to shine their lights or look away, not knowing what facing it might mean. Then, instinct kicks in. Without saying a word, they sprint down the trail, convinced whatever was up there was way too close. But the strange events weren't finished yet.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Yeah, but
That's what I heard last time, dude.
what is it?
It was like that noise that we heard, bro.
Yeah, but no.
Oh, hell no.
Bro, hey, that's
Bro, guys, I'm sorry I cannot get that on camera, but something is up there at the top, and it's moving, dude. It's coming towards us.
bro, let's go to
It wasn't no animal, huh?
Oh, nah, bro. That thing was moving.
It was moving like that.
I think we should go to the more down there, bro. That thing was scary, bro.
What?
No se mira muy bien, but I saw something up there. Yeah, bro, there's something up there, bro.
I don't know what that was, guys. I didn't catch it on video. I didn't catch it on video at all. And I'm sorry for that, but there's definitely something up here that does not want people around. So I don't know if it's a spirit or actually something physical. They say though that you can manifest stuff though whenever you're depending on your emotions and stuff like that. You got to be careful. So
Out of breath, they stopped halfway down the trail, trying to process what had just happened. Chris whispers into the camera that whatever was on the ridge wasn't an animal. It moved deliberately, smoothly, and seemed aware of them. The others agreed. Chris later says he came to learn about the haunted hills legends, but ended up with a different kind of understanding. Some stories last because they're not finished. The question remains, what really watched them from the ridge that night? A shadow, a spirit, or something that doesn't belong to either world? The Northwest Wind is a US-based outdoor adventure channel run by Sam, who focuses on camping, wilderness exploration, and scouting remote properties. On November 7th, 2025, along the Allegheny River, Pennsylvania's 2024 River of the Year, Sam documents a nighttime truck camping trip on a secluded riverside property he was thinking of buying. Surrounded by cliffs, dense forest, and an isolated stretch of riverbank, the trip starts peacefully, but soon the quiet turns into something far more unsettling.
I'm not buying that property either way, but I'm going to stand by that as long as I live, as long as this video, that was a woman in distress. That was a woman in distress, 100%. I'm not like nauseous, but I have a pit in my stomach. My chest hurts because my heart has been racing. That was a woman screaming. I'm calling the police to report that because I have a gut feeling something.
What's your emergency?
I don't have the exact address. I'm in.
As night falls over the river, Sam relaxes in his truck after cooking dinner and setting up camp. The only sounds are the gentle rush of water and the occasional creak of the wind, but the calm doesn't last. Suddenly, distant cries start echoing from the forest, sharp, human-like, and growing louder. Sam steps outside with a flashlight, scanning the tree line. The air is still, but the sounds continue, clear, desperate, and unmistakably human.
I'm just gonna stay here with my light. Ready to go. All right, they've got their things drawn in there. Checking doors and windows and stuff.
Soon, faint lights show up on the gravel road. Police vehicles roll in, and officers get out with flashlights, checking the woods. Sam records from inside his truck as they start searching, but the screams are gone now, just an eerie, empty silence hanging over the place.
You want me to wait, or what should I do? Okay, well, I'm gonna. Okay, well, be safe, and I wouldn't feel right if I didn't call, so whether it's nothing or something, be safe, and I just, you know. Thanks, brother. Have a good night. Be safe. All right, well, they said they saw another house through the woods, and they're gonna go talk to them, so. All right, okay. All right. Let's get out of here. All right, they're out and about in the woods now with their flashlights and searchlights on. That entire time they surrounded that house or cabin next to my never gonna be property. They had their accoutrements drawn and were really, and I'm just trying to light them up with my flashlight, and they seemed very suspicious of me. And I don't blame them, being it's about I looked at the map, it's about 2 miles down this holler, stupid road, one way in, one way out. It's pitch black, even if it's only 8 p.m. right now, and they don't know what they're coming up on. I never thought about that house or cabin next to me, but that's the first thing he said. He's like, you were camped in that cabin? I'm like, no. He's like, and he looked at it and he put his hand on his hip. You know what's on his hip? and I'm in shambles right now. But I'll check back in with you in a minute and we'll close this video out. This is not cool.
Officers check the nearby cabin, the trails, and the shoreline, looking through every corner and shadow. They find nothing. No footprints, no movement, no sign that anyone was ever there. They call the area clear, but the uneasy feeling doesn't go away. It's the kind of silence that feels like something is holding its breath. Back in his truck, Sam thinks about the screams, the police search, and all the questions he still can't answer. What started as a simple trip to check out a piece of land turned into one of the scariest nights he's had. He later admits he chose not to buy the property. Some places, he says, just don't feel right. The video is from 401 Files, a channel that explores remote forests and investigates reports of unusual or cryptid activity. Their trips often capture eerie and unexplained events on camera. In this episode, the investigator sets up camp in a forest recently damaged by wildfires, hoping to spot displaced wildlife or maybe something stranger. On August 24th, 2025, the investigator arrives, ready to spend the night alone, documenting the area and listening for signs connected to long-standing reports of cryptids and mysterious sounds.
Before I see anything, it's the only way I can get out of here. It's the only way I can talk myself into doing this by myself. Another key point to mention as well is that when I first picked out this camp spot, the reason I picked here was because of all these overhanging, low-laying limbs on the tree. And I thought, logically, well, if it rains, I've got natural cover. But the flip side to that is that now all these low-laying limbs are whacking on the side of the tarp, they're rustling across the ground, the rain's hitting off them from all different directions around me, and it's just really sending me into a state of anxiety, because you can't see more than 3 meters in front of you where I am, but the leaves are out there touching the floor, and it sounds like there's noises coming in from all different directions. So what seemed like a good idea in the day, terrible at night, especially when trying to keep you calm, trying to keep you cool. There's something definitely walking around out there. I don't know what it is though.
As night falls, the investigator sits quietly on the forest floor under a makeshift tarp. Rain falls softly above. Mist drifts through the trees, and branches creak in the night air. Every sound seems louder in the stillness, creating a tense, close atmosphere. They listen carefully, trying to tell ordinary forest noises apart from anything unusual.
You heard that, right? There was some definite, deep, walking footsteps. That was legit. That was 100% walking. I'm not saying it was something weird. It could have been an animal, but whatever it was a lot. It was a large animal, and it didn't seem fazed by this torch or me talking. The cadence, the walking, the gait, maintained the same speed, heading in the same direction. Which is what I think freaked me out, because I thought if it was a deer, all hell would have broke loose and it would be off through the trees. But this thing was just walking casually. That was definitely footsteps. I don't care what my brain is trying to tell me, that was footsteps. What's ironic is before I was interrupted, before I was disturbed by this noise over to my right, what I was about to say was, some people will be asking why I'm doing this if it conjures up all these horrible emotions, these feelings. And to be honest, the truth is, I even ask myself the same question. But the reality is, if there's ever going to be any evidence or answers brought forward, then it's likely to be during the night, boots on the ground, in the areas where most sightings are reported. There's no way around it. You can sit at home, you can do all the research you want on your computer. But the harsh reality of it is, you have to be here firsthand. That's really, really knocked me, whatever that noise was.
The quiet is interrupted by heavy, two-legged footsteps moving steadily through the forest. The pace is calm and deliberate, and the figure remains unseen, unaffected by the torchlight. As the investigator walks 10 to 15 meters from the camp, the sense of being followed intensifies, as if the footsteps are matching their every move.
Jeez. Males. Every now and then there is a conversation between two males. It's not happening all the time. That's the weird thing. I'm trying to listen in, trying to zone my my hearing throughout all this noise that's going on around me, the leaves, the trees, the sticks and everything else. But even still, with all that going on, it's distinctive. I can hear it. It's just not prolonged enough for me to pinpoint where it's coming from, or how far, or how close. This is going to be a creepy night, guys, and I don't think I'm going to get much sleep at all, if any.
Later, distinct male voices are heard talking somewhere in the forest, but the source can't be identified. The mist and thick undergrowth make it nearly impossible to see. By morning, the forest is quiet again. As the investigator packs up, they reflect on the unexplained sounds, footsteps, and voices that couldn't be linked to their dog, equipment, or anyone nearby. The experience is a reminder that even in remote wilderness, the night can hold mysteries that remain unsolved. This spooky video is from Moxley's Paranormal World, a UK channel where Moxley explores haunted and abandoned places. His videos show his real-time reactions, along with a closer look at the evidence, capturing the tension and fear of investigating the unknown. On October 8th, 2025, he visits Pretoria Pits in West Houghton, Greater Manchester, the site of the 1910 mining disaster where 344 miners died. The area is mostly overgrown now, but locals still report hearing faint voices and seeing shadowy figures, reminders of the men who never made it home.
100% sure where the location was, but it was here, in this part of the land. Yes, so we could literally be on the old mill for all we know. When you're looking at pictures, we seem to be where the mill would have been.
Around and about.
Yeah.
Okay.
We heard those explosions.
Yeah, that was earlier
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
So again, there's been reports of explosions. So people in the local area phoned the police and said there's an explosion inside the woods.
Right, okay.
So the police come up and they're investigating. No.
Oh, right.
And they're looking through and they're seeing in the tree line and on the floor arms, torsos, legs.
Right.
So when they've called it in and they've gone to investigate more and people have turned up, there's been nothing there.
So they've seen apparitions
Yes.
of
body parts out here.
Wow.
And it's just, is it a coincidence that we're feeling, well, we've not seen body parts, but the feeling of being watched, we've heard those voices. Is it residual? Is it people walking through? Are we being stalked? Or is it something more paranormal, watching to see what we're up to, why we're out here tonight?
Well, if it is the latter,
Yeah.
let's hope that one of them is willing to come forward.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I mean, this is...
But
my mind is blown with it.
Yeah. But for anybody who wants to go and check up on the history, I'll leave a link for the Pretoria Pit in the description down below.
Yeah, because
so you can go and have a look at it. This place is insane, and I'll say it one more time to you. The last time I come here, I spent the night here alone on a hammock under a tarp.
Yeah,
thinking back now,
silly.
that was the most silliest thing I ever done.
We actually passed that area.
Yeah, to get here.
Coming to
Yeah.
here.
So it'll be interesting to pull a little bit of equipment.
As night falls, Moxley and his team set up near the old mine foundations. Their campfire flickers softly in the dark, and everything seems quiet at first. Then, faint tapping sounds start echoing through the trees. At first, they think it's just branches in the wind, but the rhythm changes. It matches their footsteps, repeating each move like something unseen is following right behind them. When they stop, the sounds stop. When they move, it starts again. The woods feel alive in a way that doesn't seem natural.
Hey,
right, okay.
Ghost Tube EVP. So we'll give that a go tonight. It's going to work the exact same way a normal EVP works.
as a
All it is record, listen, and see if we can pick any voices up, anything unusual, and then we'll do a bit of calling out because something's here. And could it be something wanting to speak to us, communicate with us? We won't know until we start trying to communicate back.
Yeah, I agree. Or it is somebody.
The tapping gets louder, moving around the camp. They shine their flashlights through the trees, but see nothing. Still, the sound keeps coming, closing in from all directions. The uneasy feeling turns into tense silence.
At least, I think tonight, I'm going to have a little bit of a read, and I've got what is a ghost? Supernatural or science? Let me know what you think in the comments, but I'm going to have a good read of that very, very soon whilst listening to this rain. So another thing before I forget, I was going to use the Ghost Tube EVP tonight. I think this weather's
Suddenly, the EMF detector shoots into the red. The temperature drops, and faint whispers start all around them. The voices overlap, sounding like a crowd murmuring underground. You can't make out the words, but the tone is full of emotion, tiredness, sorrow, a warning. It's intense.
It is absolutely hammering it down. Yeah, it's 100% somebody coming this way, mate. Yeah, 100%. Put your light down for a minute. Hopefully they'll bugger off the other way. But something 100% hit me tent.
Through the thermal camera, a dark human shape appears between two trees. But there's no heat at all. It's colder than the air around it. Moxley whispers that it looks like someone is standing there, but the figure disappears before he can focus properly.
Through there, getting absolutely pee wet throughout here, so it's time to go back in here, get dry. Right, so it's been at least an hour and a half now. Still sat here. It is still hammering it down. I wanted to put the trail camera out, but I don't fancy going out there just yet. I've got it all set up, but the fact is this rain has not let up at all. And I only want to go over those trees.
Suddenly, everything shakes. One of the camera's tripods tips over, even though the tripod wasn't touched, and the tent ropes snap loose. Then, the EVP recorder picks up a deep, distorted voice saying, "Get out." The whole team freezes. No one says a word. The fire flickers violently, then dies down. For a moment, the only sound is the wind through the old mine shafts. They quietly pack up and leave, filming the drive back. Later, when reviewing the footage, Moxley pauses on one frame, a faint reflection in the tent fabric showing the outline of a face and the strap of a miner's lamp across the forehead. What started as a routine overnight investigation turned into one of Moxley's most chilling nights. It's November 2nd, 2025. Somewhere deep inside an unmarked stretch of forest in the UK, Gaz finds himself in a remote woodland with towering trees, tangled undergrowth, and a silence that turns eerie once the sun goes down. He'd planned a quiet bushcraft night far from civilization, but the evening quickly shifted into something very different.
Jackery have paid me to promote this, but I will be using it in my van anyway. Right, are you ready to go into the woods? Come on then. When we come back, we might read a bedtime story. Are you ready, mate? Yeah? Come on then. It's very, very quiet apart from the wind and the odd aeroplane going overhead and Fendi farting. When we get back to the van, I'll let you all know how Fendi's doing. Don't be going through them puddles, you idiot. Come on this way. I always feel like something's just gonna pop its head up over the wall. Annoyed out already. And there it is, the witch's den. You ready, mate? Yeah? You can hear the wind just whistling through those trees. I'm sure I just saw a light or maybe some eye shine. Hope there's no cows in there. There's always cows in there. Always bloody cows. Look at that. I thought there was someone stood there on edge of woods just staring at me. It's the end of a dry stone wall. Right, come on. Stop being a baby. Can't see
see much in here. But let's go find the witch's den. Sure, I just heard a branch break over there somewhere. Your mind plays tricks on you when you're in a dark location like this. Wind knocking branches over.
Gaz starts his hike through the fog-draped forest, speaking calmly about the quiet beauty surrounding him. Mist curls low along the ground, and the further he ventures, the more the forest seems to hush itself. Suddenly, a single, heavy thud rings out from afar. He halts, eyes sweeping the trees. The sound doesn't come again, but the silence that follows feels oddly tense. Moving forward more cautiously, he senses that the forest's serene calm has shifted into something watchful.
Check it out. You see the 5-pointed star with bells on it hung up there.
As he sets down his pack, Gaz becomes aware of slow, deliberate footsteps matching his own pace. When he stops, the footsteps stop too. He calls out, but no one answers. Moments later, the footsteps resume, circling somewhere just beyond the reach of his torchlight. The forest feels alive, but in a way that is unfamiliar and unsettling.
Maybe. It sounds big, so I think me and Fenzel should get out of here. Pretty sure I saw eye shine right up there, on the side of that wall.
A sudden crack shatters the stillness, followed by a low, guttural growl from the darkness ahead. Gaz whispers to himself, struggling to remain calm, uncertain if it's an animal or something far stranger. The camera shakes slightly, his breath comes in tight bursts, and the sound is swallowed by the endless darkness around him.
We're like 3 o'clock in the morning, and from my bed, I can see out of my bedroom door, and I can see the landing at the top of the steps, and the steps come up this way. So I'm laid down this way. Steps will come up there, and then steps come up there, and then come round. I'm going like this behind you, as if you can see. But I heard her growling, so I've woke up. She sat at the end of my bed growling like that. I thought, what's she doing? So I'm staring like this, waiting to see or hear something, and then a light.
His torch flickers, and he points the camera at the trees. For a split second, something dark moves across the light, but then it's gone. Just silence and the soft rustle of wind through the branches.
I wonder if we're going to see one getting dragged away by Mr. Fox or something. Sure, I just heard a dog barking as well. I can't see fuck all though. I don't even see any geese. Oh, there's loads of them out there in the middle of the reservoir. I bet there's about 50 there. I don't know if you'll be able to see them with a torch. Just swimming about. They've obviously heard me coming, haven't they? I thought, hey, Grizzly Gaz is here, let's get out of the way. Don't want to mess with him, do we?
As he makes his way back along the trail, he hears faint footsteps behind him again, lighter now, almost like they're being careful. They match his pace as he quickens his steps, the camera shaking in his hand until the sounds finally fade into the distance. Back at his vehicle, Gaz reflects on the night. He's camped solo many times, but he's never felt the forest so heavy, like it was holding its breath. Later, watching the footage, he notices details he missed. The shapes, the movement, the faint sounds just out of sight. For Grizzly Gaz, this was no ordinary night in the wilderness. Josh Life Adventures is a YouTube channel all about solo travel and van life across the US. Josh takes viewers along as he explores remote lakes, forests, and off-the-grid campsites, showing the raw, everyday rhythm of life on the road. His videos mix calm, everyday moments with sudden, unpredictable events that show how quickly isolation can go from peaceful to eerie. On November 11th, 2024, he's near Lake Superior in Minnesota, one of North America's biggest, most remote freshwater lakes, where the line between wilderness and silence can feel almost spooky.
So yeah, I stayed here one video. Oh, jeez. Here. This is a wonderful spot down on the end here. I'm not actually gonna take this spot though. Very nice spot though. All right, there you have it, y'all. We're gonna take this spot. Cause now it feels like the wind's going this way. Of course. It always blows into my van every time. It literally doesn't matter where I park, how I park, or what campsite, or wherever I'm at. Always, always, always. I could be 50 feet away and it would still blow into the van. It just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, so this will be the spot. Usually the wind comes right off the lake. This is our final spot in Minnesota. Sad days. Alright, here's all the firewood we gotta burn. It's quite a bit. The fire's starting to rip, so I'm actually gonna go find some more small kindling and stuff just to keep everything going quickly. Cause I kinda wanna burn this stuff up quick. Alright. There we go, now we're gonna be sizzling. Alright, homies. I think these are good. These look nice and well done. And that's it. It looks pretty good. Looks really hot too.
As night settles in, Josh sets up his last camp. The fire glows warmly by the lake, its reflection dancing on the calm water. He grills some burgers, chats casually with the camera, and laughs about how quiet everything is out here. The crackling fire and gentle lapping of waves make for a serene scene until darkness fully takes over and the quiet starts to feel a lot heavier.
Do you guys hear that? Okay, my camera battery just died. I have no idea what that was. It's gotta be a deer. Right? What would be walking through a lake? Is that a bird? Huh. Well, I think I'm gonna pack up and get inside the van. Okay, y'all, so I'm in the van. I literally have no idea.
While Josh is filming himself eating, his camera suddenly dies mid-sentence. Right after that, he hears slow, heavy splashes coming from the shoreline, like footsteps in the water, not waves. He looks toward the noise, but it's so dark he can only make out faint ripples catching the glow of his fire.
It sounded like it had legs and it was walking through the water. Yeah, it can have fun out there. I'm inside the van. It's super freaking cold, so I got my diesel heater going. So yeah, that's all I got for tonight. So
startled, Josh ducks back into his van and shuts the door fast. With his backup battery running, he films quietly, just listening. The sounds keep going for a few seconds. Water moving, something brushing through the shallows. Then suddenly, everything goes silent again.
I was walking around out here last night. That was creepy. It sounded like it was out by those rocks. Because it's not very deep right here. It's probably only a couple of feet deep. So definitely something could have been walking through there.
When morning comes, Josh steps out to check things out. The shoreline looks totally normal. No footprints, no drag marks, nothing. Just smooth, wet sand and calm water. He laughs it off, joking that maybe it was a Sasquatch or a Wendigo. But you can hear that little hesitation in his voice. He knows whatever he heard doesn't really make sense. As he packs up, he admits the whole night left him feeling unsettled. The footage comes from NKPS Paranormal, a US-based ghost hunting channel that conducts live investigations in haunted and secluded locations, using REM pods, trail cameras, and night vision gear. The team aims to capture genuine reactions and authentic paranormal activity. On August 21st, 2025, they ventured deep into a forested back road in the southern US, returning to a site they call Shadow Road, a place known for mysterious moving shadows, strange voices, and unexplained lights.
Is this what we came through that one?
I gotta pee.
When Told you. I said we turn out the lights. We know we're walking down the road. Turn out your light. Let's just use his light. We can set up some stuff through here. I got my cat balls with me. I also have here. Stay right there. You got a light, Luke?
Yeah.
Alright, you want this on your head?
As night falls, Ryan guides Logan and Luke toward an old rock formation where he had set up trail cameras earlier in the week. He mentions leaving apples there as bait after noticing unusual activity on his previous footage. Now, one apple has disappeared, and the surrounding stones look disturbed. The air is filled with the buzzing of cicadas, though Ryan recalls how eerily quiet the forest was during his last visit, an uneasy stillness that suggested something nearby. The others fall silent, their flashlights flickering as they enter the clearing. Here, the night feels heavier, the quiet almost unnatural.
Where? Physically tired of what? What was that?
From the darkness ahead, faint children's voices drift through the air, distant, overlapping, and echoing in a place where no one should be. The team freezes, eyes sweeping the trees. Just as suddenly as they began, the voices vanish, leaving only an eerie silence in their wake.
I gave a light and then we did something over there. When we were back there, we saw a light over there.
There's nothing back
Well,
there.
I'll be there.
Look, man.
A short time later, a faint light flickers among the trees. At first, it resembles a distant porch lamp, but then it begins to move. The glow sways from side to side, dipping closer to the forest floor, and then disappears entirely.
Something is in that tree line. You don't see that?
He's shouting.
What is that? You heard that?
I didn't hear nothing. I'm getting the cat to go to sleep.
most terrifying moment follows. A tall figure in a black cloak appears briefly at the edge of the trees. The torches illuminate it, and then it vanishes. Immediately after, a loud thud resonates from the darkness, followed by a deep, guttural howl that reverberates through the forest.
We aren't going to run with our tail stuck between our legs. We are coming back. I'm going to get more information on this trail. And we're going to come back with...
Ryan sets a REM pod near the clearing and calls out, asking for any sign of activity. The device remains silent, and the forest falls completely still. Even the insects stop buzzing. Then, in the distance, another long howl echoes, louder than before. That's enough for the team. They start the slow trek back to the trailhead. Once at their vehicles, they review the footage in disbelief. Nothing explains the missing apple, the drifting light, or the cloaked figure. In this video, Gaz goes back to a familiar woodland spot in the English countryside and sets up his hammock by a small stream. It's September 7th, 2025. The evening starts quietly, with the crackle of a small fire and the steady sound of flowing water, making it seem like it would be a calm night outdoors.
That's pretty odd. Getting paranoid now it's night time. Paranoid at cows, paranoid of a new nasty landowner. Oh. Hey mate, you come down to get a bit of warmth, have you? Can you even see her? Let me turn the light on. There we go. Oh, you farted, you little... Don't get your ass too close to that, mate. It'll will explode. Just heard a rock again in that stream. Do you reckon it's them American crayfish doing some star jumps or something and squats? It's full of them in here. Signal crayfish. There she goes, look, into the wilderness. The fire's on now, so me and Fendi are just gonna chill out for a bit and just enjoy the peace and quiet. That's my view. That's Fendi's view.
Gaz chats to the camera like he usually does, joking while he takes care of the fire. The woods are quiet with just the occasional splash from the stream. Fendi lies nearby, relaxed. Everything seems normal until Gaz catches a strange smell in the night air.
Cows, look. Mother. Oh, they've got horns. Can you see them? Heck. Stay there, Fendi. I didn't even hear him. Didn't even hear him come down. I just smelt cow. Oh, there's more. Oh, Fendi's just added to the smell. Did you hear that? Oh, Fenzel. Yeah. Chill out, mate. No, you're not getting out. This has turned into an interesting night then, hasn't it? People always say that, you know, that I fake stuff in my videos. I mean, how do you fake stuff like this? Cows aren't even supposed to be in this field, but, well, they're not even supposed to be on my estate, but they still come up onto our estate in the morning. See crazy lady across the road shooing them off with a jacket. As if, man. Mate, calm down. Just chill out, mate. It's alright, they won't get you. Yeah, people come down on quads. There used to be barbed wire where the cows and that cross over, but people on quads have come down and cut out barbed wire so they can drive the quads through stream and whatnot. But that means all cows and that just go wherever they want now. Weird, I didn't hear them, and they were right there as well, probably 15 metres away. I just smelt. And then when I turned torch on, they were there staring at me with horns out. Oh dear. Follow me everywhere, don't they? Mind you, everything seems to follow me, doesn't it? I don't know, Fenzel. I'm not going to be able to...
Suddenly, Gaz's torch catches a pair of glowing eyes in the dark. He freezes. One reflection turns into two, then several more. A herd of horned cows has surrounded his hammock, moving silently until they're just a few meters away. The animals stay in the tall grass, their eyes shining in the light. Fendi shifts uneasily, and Gaz admits he can't relax with them so close. Minutes pass, the only sounds coming from the fire and the occasional shuffle of hooves. With no sign of the herd leaving, Gaz decides to pack up. The night ends early as he breaks camp and leaves the woods. The video comes from Voyager Overland, a Canadian outdoor channel that mixes overlanding, camping, and survival with real-life mysteries and strange encounters in the wilderness. The team often goes back to places where unusual events have happened to try and understand them. On October 25th, 2025, they went deep into a mountain valley along the Alberta-British Columbia border in the Canadian Rockies. After a long, muddy drive through rivers and snow-covered trails, they reached a remote spot connected to a mysterious event.
We don't have any problems. We used a brand new SD card. So it's time to look and see why there's 6 videos on here from last night.
Ooh, that's hard to see, eh?
It is. Hang on here.
Can we actually open it to look at? It's a clear picture. You can see me setting it up. And I don't really see anything except for this one that's really glitchy. So I'm really not sure what's going on here. So I don't know what we're looking at. The one video is kind of glitchy, otherwise it's so hard to see, right?
The video starts with the team talking about a weird encounter at a gas station. A guy recognized them from one of their old videos and handed them a hand-drawn map, saying he knew where their last strange sighting had happened. Before leaving, he told them, "If you go back, you'll see a lot more this time." They followed the map, pushing through thick forest and crossing rivers, and eventually reached a quiet valley covered in fog. In the middle of the valley are the ruins of an old trapper's cabin. Only the chimney is still standing, all blackened from a fire.
We're in the bottom of the valley here that guy was talking about. And that looks really soft. We're gonna check with a stick here. Holy, that sank this far in the mud. I don't like that one.
The next morning, they looked at the footage from overnight and found that the files were all messed up, showing the same glitches they saw on their last visit. Every clip around the chimney wouldn't play.
Birds, no crows, nobody's been by. Insanely, almost eerie, I would say. But nice little spot.
They tested the ground by a nearby stream and found the soil was really soft and gave way too easily. When someone poked it with a stick, it sank much deeper than they thought, but when they dug, there was nothing under it, just space.
There's just something about going to sleep in a tent when it's raining. I don't think I was awake for 2 seconds. Out like a light, just beautiful night. So it was raining pretty good when we went to bed, but during the night it stopped, and it was so quiet, never heard a sound. So this morning we're gonna make some coffee, we're gonna pull the card out of the camera, Jean's gonna grab her laptop, and we're gonna see what we caught. I noticed the counter's got at least a dozen, if not more, videos, because I forget what the count was from the other night. So at the very least, we must have caught some wildlife, so pretty cool.
That night, they heard faint rustling and soft thuds around the camp. The motion cameras picked up movement, but when they checked the footage, nothing showed, just the sounds.
It's the fireplace.
What? What the frick? What the hell is that?
Where's that smoke coming from? What the hell? It's coming from inside. There's nothing in here. There's nothing in here.
I heard something. Did you hear that?
Freaking sounded like a moose or some of that, but
It was loud.
like bigger and not like a moose. It even smells like wood smoke. But where the hell is it coming from? What? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
The frick was that? Hey! Hello?
I'm out of here. I don't like this.
No, it's time to pack up and get the hell out of here. Did I leave that? I did leave that.
At dawn, one of them sees thin smoke coming from the old chimney. There's no fire, but the air smells like burning wood. Suddenly, heavy footsteps shake the ground, followed by a deep growl from the trees. They hurry to the truck and back down the trail as the sounds get closer. From a safe distance, they watch the valley disappear in the rearview mirror, still smelling smoke long after they leave. Later, checking the footage, they notice new glitches and shadowy shapes flickering in the trees. Whatever is in that valley didn't want them there, and it's clearly not done with Voyager Overland. The video is from Dead Good Walks, a UK YouTube channel that explores historic and often abandoned burial sites, old cemeteries, mausoleums, and crypts sealed for decades. The creator mixes historical research with urban exploration, using cameras, torches, and drain scopes to uncover the physical remnants of death and decay, not through fiction, but through what time has left behind. This episode, from October 8, 2023, takes place at Utley Cemetery in the UK. The host investigates a strange smell coming from the Butterfield Mausoleum. What starts as a calm look into Victorian history quickly becomes deeply unsettling when the source of the odor and the mausoleum's long-hidden contents are revealed.
So, I'm not hopeful, but we'll try this main one we want to see. I'll stick it through the keyhole here, and then there's a crack at the top there, look. So I'll have a go at that as well. Right, so I'm gonna scrap that idea of the drain camera. I'm just gonna get my torch and the normal camera and have a go at sticking it through the vents there at the side. Okay, so we're essentially looking at a stone floor.
The host arrives at the quiet hillside cemetery and explains their plan to inspect the Butterfield mausoleum using a drain camera and torch, without actually going inside, since the steps are unstable and dangerous. Peering through narrow vents and keyholes, they catch glimpses of cobwebs, dust, and shadowy shapes. With each careful attempt, the anticipation grows, revealing just enough to suggest something far more unsettling lies inside.
Being placed on top. You can see it's quite a mouldy, probably acidic environment which has sped up decomposition. Now the brown sludge in the middle is going to be human remains and what's left of the coffin. You can see part of one there. There are quite a few long objects which could be bones, could be stalactites, but the more you look at the footage, the more bone-shaped objects you can see. Let's try it from the other side. So looking from the other side, you can see more long bone or stalactite objects on the floor, and center bottom of the screen, perhaps a pelvis and a smaller bone to the right of that. To the left you can kind of see the outline of a body where the white substance is. I think it may have attached to where, I'll just replay it again for you, where organic matter was, perhaps a skull there on the left, some smaller bones at the bottom.
Finally, the camera pushes through the darkness, and the source of the smell becomes clear. On the stone floor lie pieces of wood, brown sludge, and unmistakable skeletal remains. Bones, coffin panels, and what look like fragments of skulls and a pelvis are visible through the lens. The mausoleum's damp, acidic conditions have turned it into a chamber of rapid decay, a haunting reminder of what centuries can do, even to stone and bone.
Odd there on its own, isn't it? Thomas Corcoran, 1915. Wow. I wonder if they recovered his body.
As they move through the larger cemetery, the host stops at a lone war grave for Thomas Searan, who was killed in action in 1915. Its isolation among older headstones adds a subtle unease, a reminder that not everyone buried here found peace in the same way.
It's like a fist poking through some books. If anyone knows what that means. Mary Bradley, 1868. It says all is well. Some real freaky colours. Oh, look at this. Look at the Bible. It almost looks real, doesn't it?
Further on, the host looks at several gravestones with unusual, almost symbolic designs. Carved fists, twisted branches, and detailed Victorian reliefs that blend beauty with a sense of mortality. Each one tells a story, but together, they give the place a feeling haunted by history. As the visit ends, the host reflects on what they've seen, the decay inside the Butterfield mausoleum, the craftsmanship of the memorials, and how densely the graves are packed on the hillside. The video closes with the idea that some places don't need ghost stories to feel unsettling. Sometimes what's hidden behind stone and iron is enough. The creepy footage comes from That's Him with the Daft Hat, a UK YouTuber known for his stealth camping and outdoor adventure videos around northern England. His channel mixes bushcraft, local myths, and a bit of dry humor, always wrapped up with his catchphrase, "That's him with the Daft Hat." He's part of the Stealth Camping Alliance, so he regularly takes on spooky, haunted location challenges, especially around Halloween. This particular video is from October 31st, 2025, filmed inside Panel Woods near Barnsdale Road in Yorkshire, a secluded forest tied to the legend of Mary Panel, a village healer accused of witchcraft in the late 1500s and supposedly haunting the crossroads where she was executed.
It's all right. I could have been Mary Panel for all you know. Panel. So, have you heard of her? No, I'm from Dewsbury. So I said to him, Mary Panels is a witch. Well, she was a witch. She haunts this area. You what? He says, yeah, it's haunted. You ever see anybody up and down here? Like a strange woman? I've seen a couple. So chances are that's Mary Panel then. What do you know? Oh, I was a witch. I was a witch. That's now the ghost of a witch. I tell you, his eyes grew as large as hen's eggs. They're like that. Oh. Absolutely terrified. Mind you, you must be terrified because all you can see is the saggy parts of my face, can't you? Anyway, I shall have to fix the lighting or move into a more amenable position. The fire's gone out. And if you followed any of that, then well done. We're going to need another tab. Ready or not, I'm eating it after this. I'm going to put a few little bits of twigs on there to try and make it last a little bit longer. Bear with. What was that noise?
Arriving after dark, he crosses the quiet farmland and sets up camp beneath a fallen tree. The air is cold and unnervingly still as he tests his new tent and lights a small fire. While preparing his meal, he tells the story of Mary Panal, a healer once trusted by the villagers, whose life ended in tragedy and superstition, turning her into a local ghost legend. The forest remains eerily silent, as if listening. Only the hiss of his stove and the occasional snap of a branch break the stillness, until a rustling sound emerges from behind the tent, faint at first, then steadily drawing nearer.
Something in the thicket. Something nibbling. It could just be a rabbit, but I've never known a rabbit get this close to people. Not when they're talking as well.
In the middle of a bite, he freezes. The noise feels intentional. Something is moving just outside the firelight. He points his torch at the trees, but sees nothing. Just a light fog, shifting shadows, and dark gaps between the trunks.
Well, if it is the devil or it is the witch.
Moments later, the sounds come back, this time moving around the camp. He tries to brush it off with a joke, saying it's either the devil himself or the ghost of Mary Panal. His tone betrays his nerves, and the joke falls flat. The silence feels too aware.
Good evening.
Deciding to go further, he steps into the forest. Suddenly, a metallic sound rings out through the night, and the sense of being watched grows stronger around him.
It smells like fish or hexamine. Be me.
Further along the trail, a strange, sharp, fishy smell drifts through the air, making him stop. It hangs around for a moment, then fades. With the quiet all around, the woods feel oddly alive. By morning, the forest calms. Birds sing and mist rises as he packs up. He didn't see anything, just heard noises, echoes, and that strange smell with no clear source. Tiny Nomad is a solo female travel and car camping channel from the US, mostly exploring Alaska. She shares her minimalist life on the road, camping in remote spots, cooking inside her car, and tackling the quiet challenges of solitude and self-reliance. Her videos usually feel calm and personal, but sometimes the wilderness itself seems to come alive in unexpected ways. On October 29th, 2025, she's in Anchorage, Alaska, at a Russian Orthodox cemetery known for its brightly painted spirit houses, small wooden structures meant to shelter souls in the afterlife.
Church. And there it goes. It's turned on twice since I've come back. What do you think it is, guys? Do you think it's animals or wind, or do you think it's ghosts or spirits?
After a long day driving on Alaska's icy back roads, she can't camp near the abandoned Igloo Hotel because the road is blocked. Still wanting a memorable Halloween, she heads to a historic cemetery that's said to be haunted, with spirit houses under the snowy trees. By night, she parks near the old chapel, nervously joking that this might be a bad idea. There's no one around, just her car, the graves, and the cold air.
Oh my god, it just came. You guys, I am actually getting kind of scared. I don't ever get scared of stuff like this, but what the heck? You guys. Right as I started talking about spirits, the light turned.
As she sets up near the graves, a motion light on the chapel suddenly turns on. There's no wind, no movement, just a quick flash of light in the dark. It blinks a few times and then goes off. She laughs it off, but the mood has clearly changed. The night doesn't feel fun anymore.
How cool is that? But how not cool is it is right when I was Googling about the spirit houses, the light in front of the church turned on again. Are the spirits trying to...
She starts reading about the spirit houses, saying they're meant to protect the dead, a bridge between the living and the afterlife. As soon as she reads it out loud, the light comes on again, perfectly timed, like something was listening.
Shelter for the departed soul in the afterlife. Right as I read that sentence, of course, that light turned on again. Of course it could mean nothing, but it could mean something.
The light turns on again. There's no wind, no car, nothing that should have set it off. She goes quiet, her flashlight shaking a little as she looks over the graves and trees. Now the flickering feels almost like it's responding to her.
Mary is one of Alaska's most notorious locations for paranormal activity. I cannot make this up. I did not know that until right now. Oh my god. I feel like I have to stay because I committed to it, but your girl is scared. I do not like that light coming on and off. It's not even windy outside. I do not want to be around paranormal activity. Okay? Well, I guess I shouldn't. Oh my god, it won't stop turning on and off. I do not like this, you guys. Oh my, like, this freaking light, it will not stop. What the heck?
Fear takes over. She goes back to her car and locks the doors, keeping the camera rolling. Outside, the chapel light keeps flashing, each burst shining through the windows. The night feels colder and quieter, except for some soft rustling in the distance that makes her hold the steering wheel tighter.
Try to lay down and fall asleep. Oh, jeez Louise. Why do I do this to myself? It's only one night, Gina. One night. That's it. Do you guys remember earlier?
Hours go by, but the motion light keeps flashing for no reason. She can't get any sleep. What was supposed to be a fun Halloween night turns into a tense, creepy wait alone in the graveyard. When morning finally comes, the light stays off, and the cemetery is quiet in the gray dawn. She laughs weakly, saying this was definitely one of her worst ideas. What was meant to be a Halloween adventure ended up as a reminder that some places, especially ones for the dead, are better left alone. The chilling video is from Paul and a Pack, an outdoor adventure and thru-hiking channel following Paul, a UK explorer who documents long-distance trails across the US and beyond. His videos capture the solitude of solo hiking and reflective journeys through remote wilderness, which sometimes take unsettling turns. This video is from August 2nd, 2025, on a remote part of the Pacific Crest Trail near Burney Falls in Northern California. What starts as a normal morning hike quickly turns into something far darker.
Go to the post office twice, do a resupply for 2 sections, and it just left me too much to do in like the time I had. So as it turns out, I'm pretty glad that I did stay an extra night, because yesterday was pretty eventful. So I had to switch rooms yesterday because I was in a room with 2 beds yesterday, and they needed that, so they needed to switch me into a room with just 1 bed. I couldn't get into that until 4:30 yesterday, even though it was supposed to be about 12:30, because there was a maintenance issue with it. I later found out the maintenance issue is that as soon as you put anything in the toilet and try to flush it, it blocks. So that's been interesting. And then also last night, I would say maybe 6:30 or 7ish, something like that, it started raining, thundering and lightning, and it was a pretty big storm. Like, some of those cracks of thunder were massive, and I was sat out here watching the fork lightning. It was pretty crazy, and it went on for a good few hours. About an hour into the storm, the power went out for the entire town. And it stayed like that until I think it was about 1 a.m. this morning when it clicked back on again. So it's just a good job that I'd already charged all my electronics apart from my phone. So yeah, wasn't quite I was looking forward last night to just being able to...
The forest is quiet and damp, with the trail winding through volcanic soil and thick pine trees. Paul walks carefully, his steps soft on the moss. The morning seems calm, but the silence feels strange. No birds, no wind, just the faint sound of water somewhere in the distance. Then, about 50 feet off the trail, something catches his eye. At first, it looks like some old camping gear, maybe a tent or sleeping bag, but as he gets closer, an uneasy feeling starts to creep in.
Bed and watch TV for a good couple of hours because I'd got everything done, and obviously I couldn't do that, but it's not the end of the world. Anyway, today I'm getting back on trail, as I say, in about 15 minutes time. I'm being a bit ambitious this time. There's quite a few kind of like little stops that are off the trail on the way up towards Oregon. I want to minimise the stops, so I'm going to try and get to Etna next, which is just over 180 miles away, and I've got myself 6 days of food to do that. So basically I'm banking on being able to do 30-mile days for 6 days. Yeah, let's see how that works out, shall we? If it goes wrong, I can always go somewhere else. I can always get off the trail earlier, go to Shasta or somewhere else. But I'd love to be able to get to Etna. If I could get to Etna, I've got a package there I've just sent myself with some food and my puffy jacket in. And that'll mean that next stop after that should, in theory, be Ashland in Oregon. In about, I think it's something like 120 miles after Etna. So that's definitely doable in one stretch. So, I'm going to get the rest of my stuff packed up and finish my coffee and get headed out. Straight to Burney Falls. 7:48, and I've literally just stepped back on trail from the highway. For those of you that don't know about my PCT hike in 2019 that I attempted, it was basically a bit of a mess. I got the SoCal Desert done as far as Kennedy Meadows South. Tried to do the Sierra.
The truth slowly becomes clear. What looked like abandoned camping gear isn't. Hidden among it, Paul finds human remains. He freezes, the reality hitting him.
So we came out and we skipped up. We did Washington northbound, and then we came back and we did Oregon southbound, by which time our visas, I was hiking with an Aussie girl, we both had the same length of time on our visas. By which time we got to the Oregon NorCal border, and we only had about two weeks left on our visas. So what we decided to do was kind of cherry pick some areas that we wanted to go to. And one of the areas that we wanted to go to was Burney Falls. And we got ourselves to Burney. We got ourselves sorted out after a couple of days, and we set off exactly where I'm setting off now, down this trail. We got to Burney Falls, and for some unknown reason we both had the exact same thought, that our hearts just weren't in it anymore. And we didn't see a great deal of point in just hiking tiny little bits for the last few weeks when we knew we weren't going to finish it. We were both pretty downhearted about it. So this little bit of trail is kind of quite significant to me, because this is exactly where I officially ended my hike in 2019. This was the end of my adventure. So there's a lot of memories and emotions coming back, to be honest with you, just by hiking down this bit of trail. I'm just wondering what it's going to be like when I get to see Burney Falls.
As he starts to back away, Paul fully realizes what he's stumbled upon. Shock hits him instantly, mixing with disbelief and fear in the quiet forest. He retreats quickly, heading back toward the main trail.
Well, this really does give meaning to the calm after the storm. It was pretty violent last night, and even though the forecast said, what was the term it used? Light rain, I think it said. Something like that, implying that there wasn't going to be a great deal of it, and there was a heck of a lot of it in the end. But everything this morning just feels so fresh. It's absolutely beautiful. The temperature's great. The birds are out, all sorts of different birds that I've not heard before. There's a woodpecker just flying over the trail there. And there's this kind of cloud clinging to the lower ground. Because I'm quite low myself, I can't show you properly. But it's kind of like a big, thick, heavy cloud inversion. It looks really, really nice, just keep getting glimpses of it. And there's moisture just dripping off everything, off all the trees and all the plants.
Two hikers catch up to Paul. After hearing what he found, he called 911 right away. The dispatcher contacts local deputies, who begin heading into the remote area from several miles away.
I know it wouldn't have been very nice to be out in it last night. I did see a few people I know that had been posting on Instagram that they were caught up in it. Someone's been busy there, making a pinecone heart. So yeah, I just hope that everyone's alright after last night. I know it's alright saying it was beautiful and impressive, but at the end of the day, there was a lot of people out there last night, just in tents in probably some pretty bad places. I'm glad I made the decision to stay an extra night. Feeling pretty rested, to be honest with you. Definitely did me good. No complaints so far physically. So I've just come from this direction, walking down this trail here, and to the side of me is this big volcanic feature. I'm going to guess it's either a sill or a dike. I can't remember the difference between them. But just through here on some of the rocks, there seems to be a big pile of, it kind of looks like trash, but it also looks like...
Paul kept moving toward Burney Falls, quiet and unsettled. The lightness of the morning had vanished, replaced by the heaviness of what he'd seen. The forest felt different now, every sound sharper, every step slower. Later, he thought back on it. The remains, the untouched gear, the stillness that hung in the air. Someone's story had ended there, alone in the woods, silent until that moment. The forest fell silent again after the discovery, but it was a heavy, uneasy kind of quiet that seemed to hang in the air. The video is from Van Life Adventures with Jack, a UK channel about solo car camping, travel, and life on the road. Jack usually films peaceful nights in nature, simple meals, quiet views, and reflections from the driver's seat. But not every trip stays calm. This one is from January 1st, 2023, near Dollar Glen, Clackmannanshire, Scotland. What begins as a quiet solo night beside Castle Campbell quickly turns into a tense reminder of how quickly being alone in the dark can start to feel unsettling.
And then hopefully have a nice healthy breakfast tomorrow. Yes, that's my plan. I think if worst comes to worst and I get hungry later, I'll have some shank up. This is the current setup. Got my curtains up, and then I'm going to get my laptop out in a second and do some editing, and then yeah. Cozy, right? Cozy vibes, I think, anyway. So, the night is ending for me. I'm going to go to sleep now. It is 9:45 p.m. I'm exhausted. I'm also kind of hungry, so I'm thinking like sleeping will get rid of that. Hopefully nothing dramatic happens during the night, or else you'll see me again. If not, I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Good night.
Soft rain taps against the car roof as Jack finishes his meal and settles in for the night. The mood is calm, that cozy kind of isolation that makes van life feel freeing. Outside, the storm picks up, wind and rain echoing through the valley, and the car park is empty. Jack films short updates, talking about the weather and the growing silence, but as the rain gets heavier, the feeling of being alone becomes stronger.
I am going to prepare to leave this area. Oh, the tunes are on. Fuck this. It's clearly some young kids that came up. I'm getting out of here.
Two cars pull into the empty lot, their headlights cutting through the darkness before going off. Music drifts faintly through the rain, and voices carry. Jack's mood changes instantly. He's alert and cautious, realizing the calm of the night has vanished.
There's guys playing music to my left. There's actually two cars. Another one pulled up as well, and I did not feel good about this at all. So I am getting the hell out of here. I don't know where I'm going to go yet, but this is so dangerous.
The cars remain nearby, music still loud and careless. Jack tells the camera he doesn't feel comfortable. His breathing is rapid and his unease is clear even in the faint light from the dashboard.
It was most likely just random, like, kids, like teenagers going up to smoke, like that. Okay, I don't really care about that, but it's more like, you know, if they're smoking, whatever it is, whatever it may be, like, what do they do when they see one car in a secluded car park?
He quietly starts the engine, trying not to attract attention. The headlights flash briefly as he drives off, the tension thick as the car passes the strangers in the darkness.
I found a new location. It's about a 30-minute drive from here because there isn't really much up here that I know where to camp. I'm going to head there now. I'll speak to you in a bit. This is the reality of what I'm driving down right now.
Driving along the narrow country roads, the rain keeps pouring. Water splashes over the hood, and each bend feels endless. Jack's voice wavers as he speaks, uncertain if the cars behind him are actually following, or if his fear is just making him imagine things.
Not be worse, honestly. It's just a show. Oh, this is not good, man. Oh, look at that water. Can you see that water there? Oh, that is bad flooding. Woo, scary. Like, I don't know what this looks like in the daylight, but I literally feel like I'm driving.
After about half an hour of driving through flooded, winding roads, he finally reaches another lay-by miles away. The rain still pounds on the windshield as he parks, locks the doors, and lets out a breath. Safe, at least for the moment.
Everything that you can imagine. It's terrifying, absolutely terrifying. I don't want to speak too soon, but it looks like we're back on somewhat normal roads again, so this is a very quick update.
When morning arrives, the valley looks peaceful again, with rolling green hills under a calm gray sky. Jack quietly reflects on the night, thinking about how fast calm can turn into panic, and how following your instincts can be the difference between danger and safety. Diego is really into the outdoors. He often posts videos of fishing, camping in remote spots, and trekking through the forest. In this video, he spends the night in a small cabin in the woods, a place people say is almost impossible to sleep in. But Diego doesn't let that bother him and decides to give it a shot.
Noche completamente solo en esta casa donde asustan. Algunas personas que se han quedado afirman que es casi imposible pasar la noche. Ellos han estado acompañados. No me imagino cómo será mi experiencia estando solo. Así que miren todo el video. Lo primero que debo hacer es recorrer por todos estos pastos que son muy bonitos. Como pueden ver, vengo solo. La montaña de noche es bastante tenebrosa, pero es algo que quería hacer desde hace bastantes días. Así que vamos a ver cómo nos va. En temporada de lluvia en el campo, los caminos se ponen muy difíciles.
After a long walk through mud and tall grass, he finally got to the cabin. It wasn't luxurious, but it would at least protect him from the rain. The catch was that it was completely isolated, and staying there overnight was starting to feel a little unsettling.
Casi las 6 de la tarde y ya llegamos. Esta es la casa donde me voy a quedar. Y quiero que me acompañen a hacer un house tour a ver qué encontramos. Bueno, la casa está construida en lo altico, supongo que para evitar culebras. Y las escaleras sí son un poco peligrosas. Al ingresar encontramos dos habitaciones. Acá no hay nada. Acá hay un colchón donde creo que voy a pasar la noche. Y lo mejor, aquí hay un fogón. Así que vamos a prender candela porque tengo bastante frío.
Night had come and he was getting ready to sleep, but some noises kept him from falling asleep.
Las 8 de la noche y no quiero parecer dramático, pero escuché que alguien silbó, así como cuando saludan, tipo... Y ya silbó una vez y me dio un poquito de miedo. Espero que sea un ave, o si no, no puedo dormir. Siendo ya las 9 de la noche, después del silbido, escuché un árbol caerse, un árbol muy grande, pero dentro de la montaña, se escuchó muy lejos. Escuché cómo iba cayendo y partiendo otros árboles. Y ya, quedó todo en silencio total. Vamos a ver más adelante, espero no escuche, hermano.
At first, he thought the whistling might be a bird and the crashing tree just the wind. But then something else happened, and this time he realized it definitely wasn't a bird.
Usa mi cabeza en el techo. Yo siento que algo se mueve. Y escucho. Parece que las tablas se abrieran. Hay movimiento. Parce, tengo mucho miedo. No sé si es la madera la que intentar. Parece ser la madera. La madera la madera con la que está construida esta cabaña. De pronto se está abriendo. La verdad, yo vine fue a esto. Ya me puse las botas. Y voy a salir a ver qué encuentro en el techo. Y le voy a dar vuelta a la casa. Que no hay nada.
There was nothing outside. Maybe an animal was up on the roof looking for a place to rest. Even so, it was pretty scary. Alone in the middle of the woods, hearing whistling, falling trees, and movements on the roof, Diego somehow managed to sleep through the night. Meet Kevin and Jamie, the daring duo behind Don't Blink Paranormal. They thrive on exploring the unknown, seeking thrills and uncovering truths in places most would avoid. Guided by viewer-submitted challenges, they investigate eerie locations known for unexplained activity. With cameras rolling, they document every chilling experience. Their first challenge of the night, submitted by a viewer named Leo, takes them to a hauntingly familiar location, the same site where a disturbing stalking incident had previously occurred.
It brought us to here.
Babe,
This is
where it began.
They remember seeing a note mysteriously left on their vehicle and spotting a figure nearby, cementing the place as a site of haunting and uneasy memories.
This is where it all began with the stalker. This is where we found the note on our car when we was driving down the road.
We were over there.
She, he, whatever it is, left a box, remember?
Their uneasy connection to the location weighs heavily as they start their exploration, searching for answers while wary of what might appear. Almost immediately, eerie sounds like distant screams heighten the tension.
People screaming.
Yeah, there are people screaming.
As they move cautiously deeper into the forest, they start uncovering a series of strange and unexplained discoveries.
Stuff's all lit up. Just have a light go off for me.
Yes.
I literally said that stuff's all lit up, and the light went off.
Okay, how weird's that?
Uh,
Excuse me.
we found the box over here.
What is this black thing over here?
What black thing?
Right there. See it? Right there.
I don't know.
Oh, it's a burnt tree. Good Lord. Well, don't you find that odd that it's the only burnt tree?
A strangely lit area suddenly went dark. Even more creepy, a single burned tree stood out among the rest of the untouched forest, making them wonder how it got there. Their search got even weirder when they reached the exact Randonautica coordinates and found an object that didn't make any sense.
Hang on, is that a skunk?
No, that's a skunk.
They first find a stuffed skunk strangely left in the middle of the woods. Right after, a weird, unidentifiable sound makes them feel like they're being watched. For their next stop, a viewer named Larry suggests All Hallows Cemetery. Using a spirit communication tool, Kevin opens the Spirit Talker app. As soon as he asks if anyone is there, a sudden, loud noise surrounds their vehicle, filling them with real fear.
Who's here with us right now? Hello?
I don't know the.
The sudden, loud sound leaves them shaken, unsure if it's safe to step out. They then notice a fresh streak of mud on the vehicle that wasn't there before, suggesting something had been very close.
That wasn't.
Yeah, I don't remember that being on the car.
What?
It looks like mud was just like smudged on there. Like, you're blaming me.
Get out of
The Spirit Talker begins sending chilling messages, each one more unsettling than the last, warning them to stay alert. The encounter becomes increasingly eerie and personal. Strange knocking sounds hit the car, and as if responding to their fear, the Spirit Talker gives a cryptic, confirming reply, of course.
Yep. It was on your car.
That did sound like it was on my car.
It sounded like somebody running.
I hope I got that knocking on here, though.
I don't know, but it sounded like somebody knocked on your car. It really did.
That's weird.
There's been all kinds of stuff.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course. I don't know. It just said of course. Of course somebody did knock on our car.
Their last intent of the night, Creepy Toys from Ronald, takes them down dark, winding gravel roads to a remote wooded spot by a quiet, overgrown pond.
Creepy Toys by...
Noisy place. What?
Creepy Toys by Ronald Tomlin? This is friggin' creepy.
This place is creepy at night.
There. It's on that way.
What is this, though? Like a little pond or something. I thought it was a lake.
As they search the trash-filled, unsettling area, they find their intent realized strangely. Hanging in a tree is not a regular toy, but a haunting figure, part scarecrow, part crow-like creature, holding a small white ghost doll.
Behind you. Bam.
Where?
Right there. Is that a doll? What is that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's in the tree.
Oh, okay. I see it.
What is that?
That better not be a doll.
Doll.
Wait, what is that?
What is it?
It's holding something.
What is it on? Oh, hell no.
Oh my god. It's a little goat.
The disturbing find, combined with the eerie setting, ends the night's Randonautica trip on a chilling note. Kevin feels he can't leave the strange effigy behind and takes it with him.
That ain't a boy.
It's freaking creepy.
Oh no, but I'm taking...
I don't know what it is. What is it?
It looks like a crow.
It looks like a doll-ish.
I'm keeping it. I'm gonna put it with the other...
stuffed with...
I...
Straw? What are you doing?
There's somebody out here with...
This investigation stands out because of the strange links between the Randonautica points and the unsettling events that happen. The mix of personal history, creepy electronic voice recordings, and odd physical findings creates a disturbing story. The unease grows with the presence of objects like the stuffed skunk and the figure in the tree, suggesting that something more complex, possibly even human, could be behind it. As Kevin and Jamie leave with the figure, the night ends with more questions than answers. Morgan Lambert, who's lived in the Appalachian Mountains for over 25 years, often shares tips and stories about life in the woods. In one of her videos, she talked about a creepy experience she had while checking the fence line with her husband after a storm. That day, she ended up capturing something especially unsettling on camera.
There we go. Jesus. Wait. Do it with me. No, you gotta. We're on an adventure to check on the fence line to make sure no trees fell on it because we had like 50-mile-an-hour winds. We're gonna check it instead of my dad. Oh God, I'm freezing. It's cold, isn't it? Pretty. Oh God. What? I'm a spell. What did you say? I said, oh God. Why? Sure.
Wait, what did you say just now?
I just said, oh God, because No, I really did. What are you talking about? What? What are you talking about? I didn't hear anything.
We gotta go.
I think we're okay. Hey, don't run. It's okay. We're good. We're good. I don't hear. Go. Okay. It's okay. It's okay.
While out walking after a storm, Morgan Lambert and her husband were checking their fence line when something eerie happened. In the background, they could clearly hear what sounded like another voice, one that mimicked Morgan's, repeating her words and even trying to get her husband's attention with affectionate phrases. The voice kept copying her, even when she told him not to run, making the whole thing even creepier. Later, Morgan found a recording of her own voice near the kitchen, which made her wonder if something supernatural was trying to mimic her. Some viewers believe it could have been a skinwalker using her voice to lure them into danger. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.